Hello, hello. I've arrived. So, it's been a little bit. But yeah, don't want to dally too long here, but we'll go over some business before we get started. So yes, today, Arknights, Monster Hunter, event. Yeah, it snuck up on me a little bit, because I haven't been keeping track of when the event would happen. I just sort of assumed that it would be sort of mid-September, and didn't check again, because I wasn't expecting it to be so early. But yeah, the actual event itself started yesterday, in fact. I became aware of this when I launched Arknights to play it just casually yesterday. But yes, so, yeah, Lurk is busy, have fun with Arknights, get all the Rathlos. I will do my best. Thank you for dropping by, all. But yes, where was I? So yes, so I became aware of the fact that the event had already started yesterday. Yeah, I was actually I was thinking about, hoping to, I suppose, maybe more so. But I was thinking about streaming yesterday, streaming some Arknights, but I didn't get around to it. Yeah, I haven't been streaming anywhere near as much as I would like to recently. Yeah, my schedule's been a little bit busy. But yeah, more so than busy, it's just there have been a lot of sort of unexpected changes here and there. Yeah, different things going on. Pretty much all good. Just in case anyone was concerned. Yeah, there's a friend visiting from out of state currently. But yeah, so I've been fairly busy, and I am the sort of person that when my schedule changes, when anything sort of unexpected happens, it really throws me off. I really need a few days to like, I don't know what the word would be, but to adapt to the oncoming change to a schedule. If something happens, something changes like day of, then that's my whole day, basically. But yeah, anyway. So, as I stated before, my work schedule was set to change soon as well, and it has now, as of last week. Sick. Yeah, my work schedule has changed, so most likely it's unlikely that I will be streaming in the evenings on most days. But yeah, Wednesday and Saturday are still good days for streaming in the evening for me. But Monday and Tuesday are not options for me really for the morning streams either. Maybe on Monday, but yeah, it's very busy on Tuesdays now. Going to be busy on Mondays, coming soon. Yeah, and I'm busy in the evenings on Thursdays and Fridays. So more likely on Thursdays and Fridays, if I stream on those days, you'll see more streams around this time or possibly even earlier. But yes. So yeah, I haven't quite nailed down a time just yet, but this seems to be a pretty good time. It gives me plenty of time to get up and get things done in the morning. Have lunch and all that before I get started. But yeah. Starting much later wouldn't be much of wouldn't be a great option for me, and starting earlier could be feasible. But for right now, you can probably expect a roughly 1 o'clock streams if I do stream on any given Thursday or Friday. Yeah, Saturdays should be broadly unaffected, as are Wednesdays. And so yeah, hopefully I will get back to streaming a little bit more consistently soon. Yeah, I definitely want to, as another thing, not having a schedule also very negatively affects my productivity somewhat. So I will definitely need to make more of a commitment to stream on specific days, I think, if I'm going to be streaming. Because yeah, just this idea of I'll stream if I feel like it, or I'll just, I will stream if I have the opportunity. Usually, if I don't specifically set aside time for it, then I simply forget. I simply forget and don't make time for it and don't have time to stream. So yeah, so that experiment, you could call it, was something of a failure, I suppose. But yeah, so that is the bulk of the information. So yeah, so tomorrow I expect to be doing some more Arknights. I will be doing a fair amount more than usual going forward, what with this event going on. But yes. let's see, what else is there to say? Oh yeah, also, tomorrow, not directly related to me, but we will be celebrating our longtime collaborator and good friend, Sheppy Shep's birthday. Let's see if I can get a shout out for her. I don't remember how the shout out command works. There we are. Shout out. And now let's see if I can remember if it's Sheppy Shep's or Sheppy Shep's VT. I think it's Sheppy Shep's VT on Twitter and just Sheppy Shep's on Twitch. Correct. Nice. Okay. But yes, anyway. So, tomorrow I'll be hanging out with Sheppy Shep's for at least part of the day for her birthday celebration. But yeah, I'll probably... I don't know. I don't know precisely when I'll be around, but I'll be doing that, and I'll also be doing some Arknights on my own before and or after different portions of the birthday stream, because won't be around for all of it, I don't think. But yes, let's see. What else is there to say? I think that should cover us for the most part. Yeah. I think, well, yeah. We'll talk a little bit more. Because yeah, I've been examining the stream a little bit, I think, or rather more so my goals and whatnot for the stream. But yeah. And, I think it's I don't know. Yeah, I've definitely not been, as I stated, not been streaming as consistently as I would like. I've not been putting in as much time as I would like, and I hope to change that. I want to make improvements around here because things have stayed pretty much the same for probably almost 2 years now at this point. Yeah, there haven't been many significant changes in a good long while for the stream, and I hope to make some changes largely in improving the art around here, but also a little bit in presentation. But yeah, I think that should basically cover everything. I don't have a whole lot of details to be shared. I'm still working some things out, but that should be the majority of the things that need to be said. So, let's not waste any more time. It's time to see what you have all come here for. The movie. But in all seriousness, let's get started into Arknights. Game. Where's the game? There we go. That's the game. Alright, my audio is being a little bit weird. What have I done? Ah, there we go. Anyway, so, Arknights event. But yeah, most events have certain prizes and such that are given away when you log in. Yeah, this one works a little bit differently from other ones that I've seen. Yeah, as I have not been keeping up with Arknights very much, I don't know if there's anything... I don't know what all there is to be said about this little mini-game here. Usually there's not much gameplay to them, but... let's see. Yeah, the biggest thing that's noteworthy is the new characters. Yes, the crossover characters. I suppose the characters themselves aren't new, but they are new versions of our good friends Noir Corn and Yato. But yeah, I don't intend to make a whole big deal out of rolling. I'm not really that big into it. So I think I'll do a little bit of headhunting now, and at the start of the stream. And any other headhunting that I do will probably be later on, like off stream. That's it. But yeah, another thing that's generally pretty consistent across events is that they usually give you 10 free rolls to start out with. So that is what we will do. Alright, so you can see by that rainbow that appeared that we did get at least one 5-star. If there was sort of more of a burst to it. Hold on a second. My throat's bothering me a little bit today, so the stream might end up a little bit shorter than usual. But yeah, if there's more of a burst to it, and if there's sort of an effect that looks a little bit like flame coming out of the bag while you're opening it, then that will indicate that you got 6-star. But this time, all we got was a 5-star.
Just pay me like my other employers.
So yeah, we're not going to dwell on any of these too much. We have a specific few targets in mind. And I think we should be just about towards the end there. I saw them at the end. Nope. Alright, we're still not quite there. Alright, is this? Nope. Is this? No. Alright.
Glad to be working with you.
I have to admit, keeping track of numbers in my head is not my not my strong suit, so I completely had already forgotten how many we were on.
Operator Noir Corn. Back
All right, there we are.
Command with all new gear. All right, Doctor. Don't care if it's bandits or nightmare bizarro creatures. You leave it all to me.
I appreciate the reliability, Noir Corn. I've got to say, I'm sure we've heard his English voice before, considering that we've had Noir Corn on our team for a good while. But I don't remember it. I don't remember hearing it before. But yes, anyway, I've saved up some more resources for rolling operators, so we'll keep going for a little bit longer. Yes, we got another 5-star on our hands. This one towards the beginning. Yeah, you can tell what order they're coming in from the order that the resumes are presented in.
Codename Texas. I'm responsible for driving, moving cargo,
Yes.
and keeping our people safe.
I think that
Try to
should
get the mission
be...
brief.
Yeah, I only saw the one 5-star, and so it was Texas. I suppose I'll use the rest of my free rolling resources while I'm here. But yeah, another 5-star. But yeah, Yato, the Kirin Yato outfit,
Operator Noir Corn.
is the
Back
6-star
under
for this
command with all
particular
new
banner.
All right, Doctor. Don't care
So
if it's
yes,
bandits.
so if we're not seeing the 6-star, we're not seeing the 6-star effect, we're not seeing a 6-star at all, then we aren't seeing Yato. Had pretty good luck so far with the 5-stars. Yeah, one thing, I tend to... My luck has been pretty good historically with getting characters, even limited characters, from the gacha. But yeah, it has been pretty good consistently. But I usually there is one character on each banner that I simply do not get, and it's usually not the 6-star. Usually, honestly, I am less likely to get a 5-star, at least in my experience. Of course, not actually less likely because of the way statistics work, but you get the idea. Anyway, so, the event. Yeah, I'm a little bit excited, so forgive me if I'm a little bit less composed than usual, if you could tell. Sit. But yes, since I didn't really have a whole lot of time to think about this, I only launched the game like right before I went to bed so I could make sure I did my daily quests before the end of the day. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to think about how I want to structure my team or anything else like that. So for the time being, we're probably just going to use the team that we already have and switch characters out as we see fit. But yes, I'm very excited. But yeah, so, okay, this is new. Alright, so that gives sanity. First event stage cleared after this meal rewards 30 bone fragments. Yes, first event stage cleared after this meal rewards 20 originium slit bug shells. Okay. So I would assume that means that there's something akin to the crafting system, because that's definitely these definitely aren't normal things that you see in Arknights. Yeah, definitely there's some mechanic in this event that is similar to the crafting system in Monster Hunter. Yeah, these all give sanity, and also give various other benefits. Signature hand-rolled redfin belly sushi, plus a hearty bowl of mushroom tofu soup, sashimi, and an embarrassment of fried and roasted delicacies. Even the highest class restaurants would be hard-pressed to serve such sumptuous Higashinese cuisine. But yeah, 20 bone fragments. Sizzle Bang BBQ. Piping hot dranikis stuffed with sausage and paired with an okroshka made with a secret recipe, complete with oatmeal bread and served in classic Ursa-style portions. Originium slug shells. So yes, so these, I suppose, are, yeah, this replicates the meals that you eat in Monster Hunter. Yeah, you can pay resources to eat these and then get various benefits, which is pretty nifty, I must say. Nummy and nutritious. Juicy and tender pan-fried fowl beast meat matched with a salad of multi-grain rice together for a perfectly balanced meal. Have a big swig of that cabbage juice. The healthier you eat, the healthier you'll be. I'm wondering what these other... Oh, I guess those icons must be... with the arrows next to them, those must be referring to the resources. Superfine surprise. Thin tripe stewed in a clear broth with fried noodles, topped with salted fowl beast and crystal dumplings. Please savor this 5-star, home-cooked Lungmen cuisine made from the highest quality ingredients. And peculiar prosperity. An extra-large honey biscuit emanating a burnt smell with a dark brown liquid bubbling from cracks, and accompanied by a charcoal-grilled sandworm legs. The chef did not leave their name on this recipe. Well, I don't know if there's anything we want to prioritize, so let's just go ahead and get some monster tiers. So yeah, so there is a certain amount of time that you have to wait before you can have another meal. Almost a day, it looks like. Yeah, actually, yeah, it does definitely seem to be daily, because that'd be 16 hours. So probably it resets when the daily reset for the game is. So yeah, anyway, I was expecting that to be something else, so... But yes. So, in Arknights, during events, I think I talked about this a little bit last time because there was a different event going on. But typically, each event has a resource that is associated with it. You earn certain, essentially just tokens that you can exchange for various benefits, such as new characters or useful items. Okay. Toss and melding materials. Complete quests, clear stages to get materials. Give melding a go. The art smelter lets you choose how to meld. Use up melding materials of total enough value, and you'll be generously rewarded. You can eat one meal each day, yeah, as I thought, which will grant you sanity and increased material drops. You can bring up to 2 different hunting tools into stages. Yeah, very in-depth this event is. Yes, the complete Rathalos report. Roar stuns all allied operators for a period. Tailspin during grounded state deals physical damage to targets in rear semicircle. Aerial claw attack during flying state deals physical damage to targets in a radius. Fire breath deals arch damage to allied targets. Backfire deals frontal arch damage and leaps into the air. Aerial fire breath breathes a ray of fire forward, dealing arch damage. Rushing fire breath follows a straight line and spits a barrage of flame, dealing arch damage to all enemies in the 3 rows directly ahead. Flying and grounded states. When Rathalos' HP drops to 0, it will use Backfire and enter its flying state. In its flying state, Rathalos is buffed and will use new moves. You can down Rathalos with a flash grenade, stunning it and temporarily reverting it to its grounded state. After a period of time or set amount of damage, Rathalos will use Backfire and re-enter its flying state. While attacking Rathalos from the rear in its grounded state, accumulating enough damage will sever its tail. Find the opportunity to down a Rathalos with a flash grenade and instantly turn the fight in our favor. If not defeated during its first wave of aggression, Rathalos will retreat and nest. Defeating an injured Rathalos during the Den wave in the same stage will allow you to clear that stage. Interesting. So there's alternate victory conditions. So yes, quest board. So this is, asking us to do specific tasks. This is typically something that you will see in Arknights events. Yeah, accomplishing certain things gives you certain resources. But again, this is definitely the first time I've seen multiple resources associated with an event. So yeah, we'll probably read over those once we get back after having done them. Yeah, we've already seen the Arts Melder. So it seems to be a pretty straightforward, or not really straightforward, but it seems to be roughly equivalent to the usual thing. Yeah, you just add them in, and you get melding value, which I assume is what you then exchange for the items. But yes, and not just the items, but also the characters. We'll go over Terra Research Commission once we've I don't know, probably shortly. I don't know. I don't think it'll take too long. But yeah, so I suppose one thing to say is because of this event, all the rest of the Arknights story is going to be on hold for a little bit, so I apologize if you were very invested in that. But yeah, the rest of Arknights will be on hold for the time being. I won't be upgrading our team as it stands. Like, the characters that are already on our team will remain as they were. But yeah, I will probably be using other characters, such as characters that I already have leveled up a little bit, to go through later stages in this event. But yeah, so the characters that we're going through story mode with are going to stay roughly the same, and we'll see a few more characters, I think. But yeah, right now, the characters that we have are probably going to be the characters that we were already using are going to be the characters that we will continue to use for the immediate future. Alright, so hunting tools. Okay, we don't have hunting tools. Sobo Mountains. I assume that, yeah, this seems to be the actual stages themselves. And then, yeah, as we get later into the event, we will unlock the ability to do extra stages. Alright. But yeah, if all goes according to plan, this is going to be my first time actually clearing an Arknights event. In the, I think, yeah, almost 3 years now that I've been playing it. But yes, I am ready to begin. Madness guides an old man, pointing him in the direction of fate. Live. Live, no matter what. Live, whatever it takes. Wake up, old-timer. Warm, wet, soft. The soil is flowing. Silent, gentle, slow. Mind is sinking. Get up. It'll get away. The scorching moonlight pours down upon his skull. The soil beneath him seems to boil. The heat chases his fading consciousness out of the void. He opens his eyes to the stinging pain. That's a hunter, all right. Yes, that's it. Stand up. Sit. How long have I been out? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I've wasted too much time. 1 second can be the difference between life and death. But this time, you have time. Go to the lake. Retrieve your spear. Spear? Interesting. The hunter's spear, his companion, his lifeline, lies half submerged in the lake. He does not remember why he laid it down. It was akin to laying down his own life. He pulls it out from the mud. The blood on its tip remains fresh, even. You should wash your face. You've been chasing it for 3 days and 3 nights. Only 3 days. I'm not that old. Where did the beast run off to? It's wounded. It can't have gone far. It must be licking its wounds in some corner of the forest. Forest. What lovely scenery. He casts his gaze towards the forest. The tree trunks reach upwards like spinal columns, with ribs spreading out like branches and countless slabs of meat hanging from them. Dark fat piles up in the air, filled with sanguine fluids threatening to pour out at any moment. You're scared. Nonsense. You're filled with doubt. Doubt as to whether it's you moving forward or the forest quickly approaching with fangs bared. You want to turn around and run. Impossible. Don't try to hide it, I see it all. But I'm not here to dispute your fear. The forest is a monster. Everything about it is worth fearing. A monster. A monster straight out of a nightmare, spreading its gaping jaws wide, tearing life to pieces. That's the true face of the forest. Yes, so it is. But it is not undefeatable. Do you remember the last you saw of me? I do. I'll never forget. Are you angry? Yes, so angry that I'm trembling from head to toe, my nails digging deep into my palms. Yes, be angry. You need that anger. You'll feel fear, panic, and pain, but rage will wash it all away. Nothing can stand in the path of your fury. Your wrath will sweep away the forest. Yes, I shall rage. Pull the forest's fangs from its jaws and cut off its claws. I will do it. I will do to it what it did to you. Good. There are blood trails over there. Take a look. Still warm. It bleeds. Its wounds have reopened. The trail stops here. See the scratch marks on the tree? Observe carefully. I don't need you to tell me. The marks are deep. You must have clawed at it many times, ripping away the bark. At the edge of the marks are blood-soaked hairs. There are more on the ground. These creatures are becoming more and more cunning. It knows the blood will give it away. It rubs sawdust into its wounds to stop the bleeding, then cut the existing marks deeper to hide its trail. But a beast is just a beast. A bar of graphite will leave its trail on paper no matter how thin it is. The fruits of the cockleweed cling to the fur of passing animals, hitching a ride on them. Look at the path they have laid for us. Ah. It entered that cave. What's that? Never heard such a sound. Looks like we have a new friend. The sound of its voice excites me. Could it be? Be patient. The hunter should stay focused on the quarry at hand. Lovely scenery again. I know you're in there. Your wounds hurt. You're bleeding. Why won't licking stop it? How does it feel to be the prey? Do you remember the lives you tore apart with your claws and fangs? Did you ever imagine how they felt? Now you're just like me, tired and hungry. This is the end for both of us. There's nowhere to run. No choice but to fight. Ah, I understand now. Perhaps you need some stimulation. Squeezes the sharp spear point, allowing blood to flow down his arm. You smell that? It's the scent of blood you love so much, the scent of life. You can't wait to bare your fangs at it. Kill me, and this body is yours to do with as you please. But can you manage it? Brute. Still with such strength. Blasted thing, get your stinking mouth away from me! Defeated so easily. Look at you, how pathetic. All that talk of killing the beast, yet here you are, powerless before it, even as it lies wounded and near death. Pounced on and torn apart like a rag. What a fitting end. Have all those years of fighting done nothing to temper you, Yoshitaka? No, I'm not done yet. You want to take it down with you? I was an idiot to think you could. I can still... No, you can't. You'll die here. I won't. Then raise your spear and stab it. Plunge it into its body. 1, 2. Yes, that's it. You need anger so hot you'll disregard your own life and everything else. Yes, for your sake. I need anger so hot I'll disregard everything else. For my sake. Kill it. Yes, that's it. Now stand. Make it fear you. Shut up. You, the claws and fangs of this terrible forest. Did you think you were a hair's breadth from killing me? Did you think I'd give it up? I'm here. Come at me. Kill me. Haunting spear pierces the beast's throat, and the aging man's body falls to the ground. A flash of lightning reveals a great shadow beneath the sky. Burning flames slash through the dark clouds. He trembles from head to toe, his nails digging deep into his palms. Yes, that's it. That must be it. A monster I've never seen before, so that's what left you in that state. Of course, no ordinary beast could have bested you so easily, of that I have no doubt. For you, I will recite your name the moment my spear pierces its heart. He closes his eyes. Alright, gameplay. Trifling annoyances in the forest might just be a cover for something deadlier within. Alright. Ah, okay, so there's a interface where we can choose our hunting tools from here. Nice. Ah, I probably should switch in Yato. I might wait until he actually figures into the story. Hornbeast, prepare for common to the mountains. Starts the battle resting. After being attacked, it and all surrounding horn beasts will become combat ready. Alright, interesting. Yeah, I assume that means that they will begin attacking, essentially. Interesting consideration.
Alright. Time to interrogate.
Forwards!
Oxmane, a carnivore common to the mountains, prioritizes attacking horn beasts. Interesting, interesting. So yeah, the horn beasts are, it would seem, not a tremendous threat to our group.
For the marching, a war song.
So yeah, so it'll attack. Okay, so yes, it will attack horn beasts, and then the horn beasts will themselves go on to attack us, basically.
Speeding up!
Interesting, interesting. Dog's being a little bit fussy again today, as is pretty usual for him. Yeah, it's interesting. I suppose I didn't expect to see a whole lot of Monster Hunter monsters too early on into this, but I'm surprised that we're not seeing any so far. Or at the very least, these aren't any that I'm familiar with.
Come to my turn. The split halberd sinks in the sand. Great aspirations unrecompensed.
Yeah, I wonder if the what were these folks? Birdmains? I wonder if they'll remain passive until completely passive until attacked, and only then start to actually, fight us. Or if at some point they will just all naturally aggro. If so, it might be in our best interest to start to eliminate them. Yeah, it seems that them being aggressive doesn't necessarily... hold on.
I've got this.
Speaking of Yato, or not Yato, sorry. Did I say Yato before? I'm confident I did now that I think about it. But yes, Noir Corn is his name. Yeah, I think we will relocate this creature. How do we want to do this? Okay, so it seems like, if I'm correct, they might be settling... No, I was thinking that they would go and settle on the spaces around that one herb main. Okay, yeah, they all do start to move after a certain point. That's about what I expected.
At your service.
Alright, we'll move out Courier.
Got it.
Place Chen down.
Moving out.
And this should be basically all that we really
Will the
need.
hate sunk beneath the battlefield disperse?
I don't suppose we'll get much more use out of you, so we'll reposition.
Don't force my hand.
That's it. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if maybe if we just left them alone for long enough, they would simply despawn, considering that we had already heard about the possibility of an ultimate victory condition with the Rathalos.
Let's grab a nice dinner after we clean up the
That's it.
battlefield. My treat.
Well, unfortunately, we can only have one meal a day, Courier, so I appreciate the offer, though. Alright, a new tutorial. Attack, King of the Skies. Okay, so I assume this is when we'll actually be introduced to the Rathian. Or Rathalos, even. Maybe also, well, no, I was going to say maybe also Rathian, but King of the Skies implies Rathalos. I don't know why I said implies. That directly states Rathalos, because that's his title. Left. Not good? A little further right. Still no good. Stand on your toes. A little higher, Corn. That's it. Hold it there. Okay. Keep your shoulders steady. I'm trying. Almost there. Just a little longer. Okay. Done. You can put me down now. Got some good samples this time. I have a suggestion, Yato. Go ahead. Maybe tweezers. Here. Anyway. Sealing tape. Here, not that one, the blue one. Watch the category. Okay. So, what was it you wanted to say? I was just thinking maybe we could request a ladder the next time we go on a field mission. Denied. Carrying too much weight reduces mobility, making it harder to deal with unexpected situations. Check this sample, too. Let's hope we find something this time. Mm-hmm. What would you need a ladder for, anyway? Forget it. Yeah, it seems that Norcorn has his own concerns about carrying too much weight. Initial tests reveal no active originium particles, just like before. Still nothing. How many samples have we collected? Air, soil, organisms, surfaces, 23 samples from 17 locations in total. And we found nothing in any of them? Nope. Strange. Maybe the rain for a couple of days affected the detection of active originium particles. Did you notice anything unusual along the way? What about those broken and charred trees? Probably struck by lightning in the storm. If that could be called unusual, then we're dealing with a fire-breathing monster on a rampage. I don't want to call this a waste of time, but it is seeming like gathering more samples wouldn't be the most efficient way to go about this. Let's change our methodology. What do you think about interviewing the local infected directly? Tracing their movements could really help in determining the source of the originium, but there's something we should keep in mind. The hilly terrain limits the contact these villages have with the outside. The locals may not be very cooperative. I'll persuade them. The most recent suspected case came from Roka village at the bottom of this hill. Let's head there first. They reported the case directly to Rhodes Island and requested medical aid. That's rare. Pay attention on the way down. There might be something we missed. Yato presses the recording button. Captain's audio log, number 1. 0737 hours. Sunny, Northern Sobo Mountain Range, Higashi. This is Yato, Captain of Rhodes Island Operations Team A4, responding to oropathy cases in this region along with Operator Noir Corn. There have recently been multiple cases suspected to be infection by oropathy. We believe there may have been an abnormal spread of airborne originium particles. We have not eliminated the possibility that this phenomenon is man-made. We are currently on the outskirts of the forests of Sobo. We have completed a preliminary survey of the local environment and collected some samples, but have yet to find anything unusual. Yato! Over here! I found something! Pausing. What is it? Is this what you found? Some bugs under a pile of dried leaves? Waterfly larvae. And? It seemed strange when I first saw them, but now I've forgotten why. Well, bring it up again when you remember. We've yet to find anything unusual and are continuing our investigation. End audio log. Oh, I remember now. What is it? I asked Mint to recommend me a few books because the doctor said I should read more. One of them was the Originium Slug's Guide to Terran Wildlife, which was fun because it had a lot of pictures in it. Get to the point. It talked about the habits of waterflies. Did you know they always lay their eggs in puddles? The larvae grow up in the puddles and fly away when they're adults. You mean... nothing but leaves here. No puddles. Can waterfly larvae survive in damp environments? The book didn't say. Wait, there are bushes around here, but pretty evenly distributed. So why are there so many leaves in this particular area? We should dig them up. Hey, why are you looking at me? I don't have a shovel. Fine, I'll do it. That's it. This is... Whoa, it's huge. Did that book mention anything about this corn? Do foul beasts grow this big in the mountains of Higashi? I don't remember. These claw marks are massive, similar to a foul beast's talons in shape, and nearly the same length as my sword, leaving deep indentations in the ground. A creature that can leave marks like these must be the size of a house. Keabe would be over the moons. One of these could feed her for days. One of these could feed on us. Corn, test tube. Here, don't forget your safety protocols. Yato collects a sample from the scratches. There, run a test. Yato? You got something? Active originium particles detected. So that's what it was. Pardon the interruption. Someone's getting a little bit fussy. What the? Yato? Massive creature. No records of similar claw marks nor eyewitness reports from the surrounding areas. Did it just appear out of nowhere? Strange yellow creature. Yato, there's a... No, we can't assume it was an animal. What would a foul beast that large even look like? And where did the originium particles come from? Could it be those leaves were... Stop making those noises, Corn. We need to record the scratches. Bring the equipment. Yato? That wasn't me. What are you... Whoa! That's a strange yellow creature indeed. What the heck is that, Yato? How would I know? Stay back. Keep your distance. Some kind of local feline variant? Hard to say. I've never seen a feline like that before. It's the Rathalos! Another one. Careful, it could be aggressive. Be ready for battle. Hold on, look at their movements, Yato. Strange white creature dances. Rathalos! Rathalos! They're dancing. They don't look hostile. Hey, who are you? Are you felines? Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't seem to be felines. Are they non-sapient? What did they say again? I'm not sure. Something about the scratches or the creature that left them? Who are you calling non-sapient, you rude horned lass? The strange white creature points to the scratches on the ground. It's coming! It can talk! It can talk! I think he just called you rude, Yato. It's coming? What's coming? Never seen gear like this. Hey, the yellow one just picked up our equipment. It's running away. Smithy, stop. The other one's running too. After them. Run away! How are they so fast? Don't ask me. Run! The Rathalos is coming! I think they're saying that something is coming. Certainly sounds like it. Ooh. The events of that afternoon come flashing back from time to time. I'm going to take a little screenshot of this while we're here. Very nice. Shoes covered in mud, 23 useless samples, massive scratch marks buried beneath fallen leaves, dancing furry creatures somewhat reminiscent of felines. No disrespect to felines, of course. And who could forget the massive shadow hovering over us like a fireball ready to set the world ablaze? It came from the sky. Corn! Roger. Get ready. Alright, it begins. There he is. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to have a whole lot of agency on this particular expedition. At least not yet. Ah, that's also new. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that those, the Oxmanes that we saw and this creature here are all non-Monster Hunter creatures. At least I've not seen anything like them in any Monster Hunter game that I'm familiar with. Corn, be on your guard. The beasts here seem restless, like they got startled by something. Nothing unusual on my end, unless I was the one that scared them. Nah, probably not. Ah, Yato! Big guy headed towards us.
Here I come.
Tough fellow. This one's tough. How did it grow that rocky carapace? Attacking from the front doesn't seem to be doing any good, or wasting time. Help me stall it, and I'll attack it from behind. Alright, Yato's putting some damage on it. Nice. But yeah, so we're learning about this creature, and also about the Rathalos. Alright, so they're weak from behind. Better remember that the next time we fight one. Stay vigilant. Oh, there he comes. There he goes. Huh, did the sky just turn way darker all of a sudden? Like something just flew right over us. The beasts around here seem to be getting riled up again. Corn, prepare for combat. Yato, over there! Here he is. Oh dear. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do things like that to our good friend Yato. So yeah, so now we're getting a good view of the Rathalos' various capabilities. Very well animated this creature is. Very fluid. Alright, and so now it roars, we get the health back, and it starts flying. Oh dear. Yeah, it's quite stronger in the air. Careful, it took to the sky again. Does this creature have no weaknesses at all? It's probably weak to ice, I think. Ice, lightning, dragon. Still looking for one, studying its movements. Ah, look out! He's back. long range on these fellows, too. Oh dear. Ah, my head. Oh, it hurts. Watch out! It's swooping in again!
Mission accomplished.
Alright. We didn't quite drive it off, but we did survive, so that's a nice outcome, I must say. 12 o'clock, no, 4 o'clock. 7 o'clock now, it's coming! Raise your shield. Are you okay? I'm fine. Did it just breathe fire? Obviously. Even the rocks are charred. I haven't seen anything like that since Blaze's arts. And I'm sure she'd love to have a go at it. Watch out. Here it comes. Ooh, nice. It's no good. Its movements are too large. Whenever we try to counterattack, it just pushes us away or flies out of range. Relatable. We're stuck on the defensive. We have to try to close the distance. Watch out, Yato! I'm fine. Think about its movements. It whips its tail left and right while on the ground before charging forward to bite. It also accelerates the charge and flies up to breathe fire. Yes, this is definitely the new player Monster Hunter experience. Though some aren't quite as observant as this, as was definitely the case with my first time playing Monster Hunter. Tailspin, bite, charge, fire breath. Here comes the tail, Corn. Ugh, got it. At the very least, we have to be able to close in. You want to try that? Timing might be hard, though. I was thinking the same thing. Over here. It's cumbersome. Yeah. It needs to find its footing after movement. We can take that opportunity to get in close. Get me above its neck. I'll try to kill it in one blow. I respect the confidence, but I don't believe it'll be quite that easy. Ready? Dodge. Here we go. Norkhorn and I knew what to do. We've done this many times. The moment I step onto the shield, I feel a great force from beneath, sending me into the sky. My sword draws a sharp arc through the air and heads straight down. Nothing between it and its target. What? My sword was deflected. Not enough sharpness. Look out! It's taking off! Oh, that roar! My head's buzzing. I can't move. It's preparing to breathe fire. Dodge to the side. Ah! Yato! You're hurt. Are you okay? It just grazed my arm. I'm fine. I didn't expect it to dive like that all of a sudden. Yato, you dropped your sword. I can't keep a grip on it. What happened to my arm? Seems like something else drew its attention. It's looking away. Let's get out of here while we still can. Coming through. Here comes the cart. Push. Where to? Don't ask me how. Just push. Yato, those strange felines are coming over with what looks like a bunch of scrap wood. Hey, what are you doing? Get away from Yato. I'm warning you, don't even think about putting her on that thing. Were Mew trimming the Rathalos' claws, horned hunter? You can't possibly win for now. Hop on. Can't possibly. Stay away. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. Hey, not there. Put me down. Get on. No. Yet more lovely scenery. Very painterly. Smithy, is this really how we're supposed to push? Why is the cart so rickety? Well, so you've only seen other felines push their carts? Where am I? What's this? Cart made of wood? Feels like it could fall apart at any moment. My head hurts. Something hit me. Yep. Yato. Yato! Where is she? Hey, Horned Hunter, where are your herbs? Herbs? What herbs? And what about antidotes? What are you talking about? Surely you have blue mushrooms on you. Good thing I have antidote herbs. Mushrooms? Why would I carry mushrooms with me? That's not good. Are new world hunters always so unprepared? Unprepared. Who are you? Local felines? Feline? No, feline. F-E-L-Y-N-E. I'm a top researcher from Burna Village, former royal paleontology scrivener, a blue-blooded feline scholar. I'm here to study the new world. Ah. And this is Smithy from Pearl K Village. We met along the way. Artisan. Feline artisan. We're both felines. Feline. So you're felines, but not felines? Never you mind. The girl's been poisoned by the Rathalos. She needs an antidote, now. But what happened to Yato? You said she's poisoned? She's unconscious for now. I did some first aid, but the poison's still there. Rathalos poison's really dangerous. It could even kill a Rhinoperlos. This big. I need to... Put me down. I thought New World Hunters were the elite of the elite, but this one's not so smart. They don't even have antidotes. What to do? The lass is pretty badly poisoned, and there's no suitable mushrooms in the forest. Village. Right. The fastest way to get some is from a village. Remember that one we saw from a distance? The hunters there can't possibly lack basic ingredients like these. I'm so smart. Meow. Hey, dumb horned hunter. We're going to get blue mushrooms for the antidote. Find a camp to rest at and wait for us. Camp? Where? Hey! No time to waste. Let's go! Sit. That night, the sky was set on fire, and the great monster came down from the forest, trying to burn down the village with its flames. The village hunter stepped forward and told the others, I'm a hunter, so I'll protect the village. How dare you try to stop my flames of destruction, puny little hunter? You won't take another step forward, monster. The hunter raises his weapon and fights the monster, threatening the village. Giant fireball! Ha! Child in hunter garb wrestles. Child playing the monster. Ugh! Ha! I win. I told you, the hunter always wins. No, I didn't lose. Don't be a sore loser, I took you down. The hunter never loses, no matter how scary the monster is. No. Dad told me that there aren't any hunters anymore. You're lying. Old Kashiwao living on the south side of the village is a great hunter. Dad said old Kashiwao is just a stubborn old man. There aren't any hunters left because the village doesn't need them anymore. That's why the monster won't lose. The fallen red leaves on the ground tell of late autumn. The houses in the village are well maintained, but feel solemn, even sorrowful, under the clouded sky. A lonely statue gazes into the distance. Wounded travelers may not be welcome here. Hunters have long been unwelcome. Interesting. Wake up, Yato. Those felines said you're poisoned. Do you remember? You need to stay awake. Stop shaking me. I can hear you. How do you feel? My head feels heavy and my arms swollen. Must be the poison. My first aid treatment worked. I feel a little better. The flying creature's claws were venomous. It's my fault for not dodging. No, it's not. Those two creatures, they call themselves felines. Might be a unique local feline variant. I'm definitely going to need to review the emphasis there to determine how I'm supposed to differentiate those two in speech, but I suppose it's probably not going to come up that much. We shouldn't have let them go. They seem to know about the creature. We should have learned everything we could from them first. What was it that they said? They're looking for an antidote? Sorry, I'll go after them. You rest here. No, we need to go to the village. Now. What? But you're injured. They told us to wait. We need to go as soon as possible. There's a huge monster in the forest. We don't know if it'll threaten the village directly, but it was clearly responsible for those marks. So, it must have something to do with the oropathy, and we have no way to prevent it from moving over a large area. That's what matters right now. I don't know if the village is already aware of the creature, but our top priority is to communicate the situation to the villagers and organize an evacuation to prevent the infection from spreading. But you need rest. The mission comes first. We need to ensure that the villagers' safety. Fine. I remember the way. I'll carry you there. Torn. Yeah? No need to carry me. I can walk on my own. Don't you think there's something odd about this village, Smithy? Well? I've traveled across the kingdom with the Scriveners. I've climbed the walls of Castle Shrade, watched the waves at Moga Village, seen countless magnificent sights. But I'm positive I've never seen a village like this. Did you see those villagers? They looked like humans but had ears and tails like ours. I'm sure there's no record of them in all the libraries of Dundorma. Not to mention, we didn't see a single hunter. There's a Rathalos in the forest, but no hunters in the village, no gathering hub. How are they supposed to deal with a Meowster? If this village wasn't founded by the Research Commission, then could this possibly not be the New World? I don't understand. Where are we? So excited! But what? Why? Wait, Smithy, do you remember the Rathalos that we ran into? The big guy that suddenly appeared in the forest after and came after us? Then there was a light. Could that have been... Wait. Smithy? Smithy, where are you? We're at the village. Are you okay? Another screenshot. Yeah, lots of good images to be collected here. Ah, that statue seems to be of the old hunter we saw earlier. I said I'm fine. She's running a high fever. Let's stop and rest here. I'll find help. Hey, can anybody help? She's hurt. Anybody? Hello? From far away. Chikusho, catch it, that yellow thing. Hurry, it went that way. Where is everybody? There, the thief went that way. Corn. I'm getting dizzy. Did you evacuate the villagers? No, this wasn't me. Thank you. Stop talking. Save your strength. Isn't it funny? We just started, but somehow this feels like the end. Don't say stuff like that. Yato, say something. Come on, anyone. Excuse me? You guys need help? Yes, she's badly hurt. Let me see. Was it an animal that did this? Yes. There's a place that can help her. I'll take you there. Thank you. Over there. So shiny. Want this too. So many new tools and materials. Yay! Where did that yellow thief get off to? He just went that way. Zipped right past my feet. After him. Smithy, over here. What did Mew do? Why are so many people after Mew? Look, so much new stuff. Oh, goodness. Don't take people's stuff like that. He's here. Hey, there's another one? Oh, Whiskers, let's get to the forest. The thief went that way. The entrance to the forest is blocked. Hey, is that a hunter's hut? A hunter hut. Stop running off like that. Over here. There's a hole here. Where did those felines go? Shh. That's the Kashiwao house. The old man would never let them in. Let's look over here. Here, don't let them get away. Are they gone? Phew. What he said also said. What is it this time? Ah! Just some furs hanging off the wall. This place really looks just like a hunter's house. Up there. Can. Mushrooms. Where? Let me see. On the shelves? Oh, they do indeed appear to be blue mushrooms. Let's try them. They could make a good antidote. Shh. Steps. Get down. Let's scamper. The entrance is boarded up. What to do? Is there somewhere we can hide? Feline artisan swings a hammer. Meow. I suppose that's one way to do it. Paw steps are getting closer. We have to do this. Listen, Smithy. When they come in, jump onto the nearest person's head. Then do this with the hammer. I'll run past them while they're distracted, and you follow. Understand? So excited. On your mark. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Almost there. That's the one. It's old Kashiwao's house. He's the village hunter, a good man. He has a lot of things in his house for treating injuries caused by beasts. He can help you. Thank you so much. No need to thank me. By the way, my name's Kazuya. Old Kashiwao often goes into the mountains to hunt and comes back with lots of stuff. He's amazing. He also spent a lot of time building a fence around the village so the animals can't get in. He really cares for everyone. Sounds like quite the guy. Hang in there, Yato. We're almost there. He seems to be out. Just pull that stick down to open the door. But the owner's out. Don't worry, he likes to help people. He'd let you rest if he was here, I guarantee it. All right, then. Wait here, Yato. I'll get the door. Is this the one? There's... Ow! Ow, my head! Smithy, stop! It's the horned hunter? The felines? With a Y, and don't you dare forget it. Shake a couple of times. There we go. Here, have the last drink of this. What is it? An antidote, of course, I think. There weren't any blue mushrooms, so I used something I found here that looks similar. I'm sure it'll work. Just drink it. I remember. You remember what? The newest antidote recipe. Doesn't use blue mushrooms. What? Why didn't you say... Well, my recipe uses mushrooms. You shut up. Will Yato get better? A horned weirdo who doesn't even know what an antidote is. You wouldn't ask questions like that if you had a brain under that horn. I've just never heard of anything called an antidote herb growing in Terra. Oh, Yato's fever is dropping. Thank goodness. So you're saying this place is called Terra? It's not the New World? And you're not a hunter like the ones we're familiar with? Oh yeah, stop calling me horned weirdo. I'm here on a mission. Could this possibly be not the New World, but an entirely different world? No, my plan's to research in the New World. How to become the greatest scholar there, respected by everyone. I'm done for. Done for. Maybe we should introduce ourselves. I'm Norcorn, and she's... Yato, you've said it so many times now, I can't even get the name out of my fur. So you aren't felines, but felines? And you used to live with creatures that looked very much like us before you came here. in a world where hunters and monsters coexist. Completely different from here. So did that flying, fire-breathing creature come from your world? The Rathalos? I couldn't say if anything similar lives here, but I am positive this one came with us. In our world, they live with Rathians near volcanoes and forests. They're really scary wyverns. So you were yelling at us that the creature was coming. What was its name again? Wrath something? Are your ears just for show? It's a Rathalos. Rathalos. The name does sound impressive. Could fly so high, breathe huge fireballs, not to mention the venomous claws, and a hide so tough it could stop swords. I guess it deserves a scary name. Precisely. But we have ways of handling them. What did you say? However, if you're too weak and your weapons are useless, you shouldn't even think about fighting a Rathalos. If it were the legendary hunter from Burna Village, he would go, and and then the Rathalos would be dead. Just like that? Just like that? You must have hunters capable of hunting a Rathalos in your village too. Smithy? Or in your village too, Smithy. Perhaps you just didn't see them. Anyway, let's set the Rathalos aside and think about how to send Meow and Smithy home. Her mask is gone. Oh no. Corn. I'm here. Are you feeling better? I've been awake for a while. I was listening to your conversation. Have the villagers been evacuated? I haven't told them yet. Here's what I'm thinking. We only fought the Rathalos once. We don't know what connection it has to the Originium. The chaos caused by a panic or a large-scale evacuation could make it even harder to track the true source of the Originium particles. Not a bad point, but taking countermeasures is always the priority whenever there's a risk of oropathy infection. Never forget that. Do you still have a fever? I have a towel here. I'm fine. Oh, you're awake, huh? Oh, so you two are... But it's not like that, shut up. Huh? What are you talking about? Who are you? Speak or I'll have to clean bloodstains off my floor today. Wait, hold on. They got hurt in the mountains. I brought them here. Hurt? I took a scratch from a venomous claw. We used some of the ingredients here to make an antidote. Thank you, and we apologize for bothering you. We'll be leaving now. Lie down if you're injured. Oh? Yoshitaka Kashiwao. That's my name. You can call me whatever you please. I'm a hunter. There are many beasts out in the forest here. Amateurs should avoid them. Thank you for your assistance. I don't need to know who you are. And you, over there. Me? The girl's hurt. Boil some water for her. Put that rag down. Sure, right away. Kazuya, grind this up. Dissolve it in water and apply it to the wound. Right. Feline Scholar, are you trying to return to your world? Obviously. I don't know how you and the Rathalos got here, but you know how to get back? Good question. I was looking around with Smithy, but there were nothing but trees. We can't go back the way we came, but there might be some other way in the forest. We can try the forest, but the odds aren't good. So how about making an agreement with us? Where? I know a place that may be able to help you return to where you came from. Where is that? Rhodes Island, the company Noir Corn and I work for. We often deal with anomalous events. Even if there's no immediate way home, it can still provide a safe refuge. Corn and I are in a similar situation ourselves. In return, we'll need your knowledge in case we encounter the Rathalos again. We may even need to kill it, as you mentioned. Rathalos hunt! Now, I can't make any promises right now. I need some time. You have villages where you come from, right? Don't you? Would you just turn a blind eye when there's a threat nearby? We fought against the Rathalos, a creature that has never been seen in these lands before. We know it's not something we can just leave alone. More importantly, it may also be linked to another crisis, one that's more familiar to Terra. Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about, but we have evidence that we can't afford to waste any time in dealing with the situation. Oripathy aside, a creature of that size that breathes fire and has venomous claws is a threat simply by virtue of existing so close to a village. What did you say? Flying, fire-breathing, venomous claws? You saw the beast? You've seen the Rathlos before too? We encountered it in the forest and believe it to be a non-native creature that is highly dangerous. We will continue to investigate and take appropriate measures as needed. It's my quarry. Perfect. As an experienced local hunter who knows these forests, we could really use your skills. We share a common goal. We should work together. We'll ensure your safety. Did you not hear me? I said it's my quarry. I'm afraid I don't quite understand. Are you concerned about our combat abilities? Rhodes Island operators are well trained and experienced in responding to emergencies. Dealing with anomalous creatures is part of our job. We were caught by surprise this time, but next time we'll be fully prepared. Yeah. Man, it has really been too long since I practiced my Japanese, which is why I've been so reluctant to speak any. Man. It's my quarry, and I will hunt it, alone. How dare you disrespect my claim? This Rathlos is an unknown creature that we can't underestimate. It doesn't belong to you. Ha! Look at the state you got yourself in, and you speak of combat ability? Weak, worthless worms, lower than an Originium slug. What are you thinking? No, don't dare even. No offense, but you have no right to stop us from investigating the Rathlos. It's our job. I'm warning you, don't let me see your face in the forest. I don't care who you are. Just stay away from my quarry. If you interfere with our mission, we'll be forced to consider you a threat and respond accordingly. I can only hope it doesn't come to that. Damare. Get out! Out of my house, now! Out! I got the water, but, huh? What happened? Mr. Kashiwao, why? Let's go, Corn. Sit. Wait, hold on. Don't throw that. You take care, too. Excuse us. Wait. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over him all of a sudden. He's really a very nice person. That wasn't like him at all. Thank you for your help, Kazuya. But we're fine. Go keep the old man company. All right. I don't understand why he was so upset. It's because we're also looking for the Rathalos? Lives by himself with no family, far away from the rest of the village, and everything in there looked old and ragged. You remember the hunter statue in the village? I thought it'd be a respected profession here. Don't worry about it. It won't affect our mission. We should learn more about this village and look for clues about the Originium contamination. Sit. I'm sorry. I just wanted to help them. Are they gone? Uh-huh. The girl seemed to be getting better. Quite a long tutorial, that. Yeah, let's see. We're doing pretty good for time. My throat's not quite bothering me as much as I would like, or as much as I had thought. Yeah, we should probably have time for a few more missions. I suppose it depends on how long the cutscenes are. Yeah, it might be best to not push it too much, because I do have to go to work after this. And I would ideally like to be able to talk while I'm at work. That's usually pretty important. No matter how hard-headed one may be, there's always a soft spot somewhere. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it again, I think we're going to put Yato into the squad. Let's see, I think, yeah, she'd definitely be lower level. On the lower level of characters that we have. Oh, right. I was looking in guards. I'm looking for a vanguard. Yeah, so I've mentioned it before, but there are a few characters that we have that are spoilers for some later story events in the main story. So, for the most part, I don't believe there should be any characters under our vanguards and our guards who are notably, who could be a spoiler for anything. But I think going forward, just for the sake of it, I will probably try to avoid showing the unit
Yato
selection
has joined
screen
the team.
here. Alright. So yeah, I think we should be good. I definitely feel like our team's a little bit weaker now. But, oh well. I can't just not have Yato here. She's in the story, after all. How did they make this? It has a toughness of Goskarog fur, but it is light as Nargacuga scales. And that goes for the other clothing, too. The consistency and quality is outstanding. The strangest thing is possibly that everyone has clothes with tailoring Meowch better than you can get from the best smithies. There's simply no way this area has enough Meowsters to provide this much material, though. New materials! I like them so much, and even more in the forest. We should lend that long-horned hunter a paw with the Rathalos. Yeah, I like these cutscenes. They're definitely very high production value compared to a lot of the ones that we've seen so far. Like, you have the characters moving around and stuff and all that. A lot more effects than we see. I suppose a lot of that comes from the fact that most of what we've seen so far are cutscenes from, the very earliest days of the game. Whereas these are, cutscenes that were developed, after the game had been out for years. But yeah, anyway. Perhaps you need to rethink that, Smithy. This locale and the new world we were headed to are two completely different places. The villagers here don't go into the forest to hunt or craft weapons and armor with Meowster materials. There's so much stuff in this village I've never seen before, and I have no clue where they came from or how they work. Though based on what Yato said, some of them seem to be observing the endemic life here, like members of the Elder Dragon Observation Team or the Ecological Research Center. But it's still so different in so many aspects. Different? Positively. We must figure out a way back as soon as possible. I still have a chance to be the prime ecological researcher of the new world. Isn't this a new world too? Smithy, are you saying this is simply yet another undiscovered new world? More importantly, one that no other commission has been to before? No hunters or researchers. None of those Elder Dragon research team louts. A totally different, brand new world that only we know of. If I can make Amphov recordings of our observations and findings here, I'll be basking in the limelight as a star scholar when we get back. Those librarians buried in their books will be so stunned by my newfound knowledge. I'm pretty clever if I do say so myself. Well, no, that's not it. I have to think this over carefully. We're not the sort to just follow the hunters all day, and we've already helped them deal with the Rathalos once. Rathalos, bang, bang! I won't prevent you from going if you really want to, Smithy. I'm just going to wait here and see. Whoa, look guys, are they felines? How could they be felines when they're this tiny? And so fluffy, too. How cute. Hey, what are you doing? Whoa, they can speak too. That's so adorable. Can you play with us, little feline? We can carry you around and give you pretty clothes to wear. You've already got pretty clothes, I would say. Or throw you in the air to catch you, just like that. Preposterous, you sharp-eared cravens. I hail from the Royal Paleontology Scriveners, and I am not your plaything. Let's try giving it some head pats. Hey, get your paws off me, I'm warning you. It's so comfortable. No, I can't. Smithy, come back, wait for me. I've decided, yes. Since they've made such a sincere request to us to use my profound expertise to deal with the Rathalos, as a former Royal Paleontological Scrivener, my professionalism would never allow me to refuse to lend a paw. Let us be off post-haste. Nice place they've got here. Oh, so you're saying you came upon a monster the size of a house in the forest near our village, and that it can fly and breathe fire in all directions and even has venomous claws? The forest is truly a wonder. I understand that you may find that hard to believe, but we saw it with our own eyes. We even fought it. While I can't confirm that this will escalate into some new kind of crisis, I suspect that we immediately notify all the villagers and start evacuating as per standard catastrophe measures. How unfortunate for you to come all this way only to run into such a troubling matter. I am called Ataru Taki, the headman of this little Roka village. The peace we enjoy here stems not from me alone, but is thanks to all of our efforts. Please, have a taste of this tea. It's a local specialty of ours, and not only is it refreshing, it can also help speed up recovery. Don't mind if I do. Taki, we don't have the luxury of time here. I'll take a sip later. Do you not understand what I said? Only by swiftly evacuating the villagers can we ensure their safety and handle the crisis without any worries. Youth are always in such a rush, but that's not a bad thing. As the saying goes, the early foul beast gets the worm. Please, have a seat. You two, we still have time to discuss this in more detail. Yato, why not hear him out first? I hope you will carefully consider our proposal and, if conditions permit, fortify the village defenses to ensure everyone is safe during the evacuation. You mentioned this before, but from where did you come again? Rhodes Island. Ah yes, Rhodes Island. You must be operators Yato and Noir Torn, yes? If my memory serves me right. Let me try to recall why I contacted you people back then. Oh yes, you claimed to be able to treat oropathy? Recently, several families in Roka seem to have gotten infected. Sip. The Shimanaga, Watazawa, Seno, and Ishidori households. The last one in particular has an especially young child who's contracted oropathy, and it is heartbreaking to see. We are very well versed in handling everything related to oropathy, so you can leave that matter to us. Of course, and thank you very much for coming, but there remains yet another small issue nagging at me. What are you talking about? I just can't wrap my head around it. Why are you so concerned with the monsters in the forest? Are you not a pharmaceutical company? Let me explain. Regional outbreaks of oropathy often have an underlying cause, and the best way to effectively deal with it is to eliminate the source of originium dust. To be honest, we investigated the mountains earlier and found some clues linking to the outbreak to that creature. Although we can't conclusively prove it yet, prevention is always better than cure. I see. How meticulous. I'd expect no less of Rhodes Island. I do hope the village youths can learn a thing or two from you. I must still insist that you heed our advice to ensure the safety of everyone in the village. Ah, yes, I still have one question for the both of you, though. Please, go ahead. How did you find the tea? Please don't try to change the subject. It's pretty good, tasty and invigorating. Way better than the mass-produced bottled stuff you find in bars. Oh yes, those Mitsumoto big shots also like it very much. So you do business with the Mitsumotos? We use a very expensive herb called Suzuka to make this brand of tea. It grows near the Sobo mountain range and nowhere else. All the Suzuka tea produced in all of Higashi comes from this tiny region you find yourselves in. Besides that, we also specialize in handcrafted ironwork and ornamental woodcrafts thanks to the high quality ores and variety of trees we have around here. What are you getting at? To put it bluntly, only a few years back we were but a tiny hunting village and our livelihood depended on how well the hunt went. We would sing and dance around the campfire when the woods were bountiful, but there were also times where we could count the days our rations would last on one hand, not to mention the ever-present worry of being attacked by beasts at night. But these last few years we've been able to replace our thatched roofs with wood, light up our streets at night, and our children are able to enjoy hot baths every day. Now, nobody has to go into the hunting in the mountains, nor worry about tomorrow. So, to leave our homes over some vague hunch you have, the villagers won't readily accept it. I have no intention of making this permanent. Once the situation has been taken care of, you should be able to return. And how many days would that take? 1, 2, maybe a month? A year? Can you ensure the village stays intact, that we'll be able to return to the lives we have now? Can Rhodes Island guarantee that? As of right now, I'm afraid not. We can't predict the exact scale of the situation, but Of course you can't, which is why we won't leave. How is the villagers' safety not your top priority? I can guarantee you that this thing exists, so how can you simply ignore the threat of such a large and dangerous creature? Are you absolutely sure? Of what? We have a saying here. When you see butterflies fluttering in fall, the truth is that they are but falling leaves. We are all too familiar with this forest, Miss Yato, so perhaps you think what you saw was simply that. What are you... All right. Corn? We'll go do checkups in the village infected and arrange a treatment plan based on our findings. Thank you both, really, but now that you bring up treatment plans, I do have one more small favor to ask of you. We're listening. Could you possibly provide us with some oripathy-suppressing drugs right now? What for? This situation really worries me to no end, even with the two of you here, so just in case a similar outbreak occurs again in the future, I would like us to at least have some medication ready. Please rest assured I intend to pay in full for everything. There's no need for that, we'll just handle the source of the... Yato? Will it be a bother? No, there's no problem, we can give you some right away. Oh, yeah, Edmund Taki. I still have a question. You said the village used to make a living through hunting, so are there any hunters still around? With no need to hunt, naturally we have no hunters. Because I met someone earlier when we just got here who looked an awful lot like a hunter. I think he said his name was Kashiwao. You know who that is? A hunter? Huh. In truth, even I could call myself a hunter. He's pretty old, so he tends to run his mouth. He likes to go to the mountains and swing sticks at trees. But his eccentric personality might cause you some trouble in the future, so I think it would be best to stay away from him. He doesn't seem to have any family around either. Did he get into some kind of trouble? You ask interesting questions. He's just the reclusive sort. Every village has one or two of them. It's nothing unusual. It's getting late, so why not call it a day here? I wish you both a pleasant stay in our humble abode. Sorry to bother you. Ah, right, just a piece of friendly advice. Seasoned hunters all know this. The more curious the forest beast, the more easily it falls into a trap. Do keep that in mind. This guy kind of rubs me the wrong way. He's a little bit too dismissive, a little bit too pointedly so. Definitely a concern. We'll have to keep that in mind. I can only blame myself for underestimating the village's reluctance to evacuate. It was unwise to try to get them to leave with only the suspicion of danger and no hard evidence. I think even if we brought evidence, he still wouldn't believe us that easily. He's been refusing to hear us out and even wants us to stay away from the Rathalos. Did you stop me earlier because of the way he was acting? Well, his reason for wanting the drugs was sort of unusual and more than a little fishy, so I figured it'd be faster to just agree and then see what he does. As for his parting words, it's hard to see them as anything but a warning. I don't care. Regardless of the attitude of the people here, we have only one duty, to protect them from any threat. Needless to say, I will find a solution. As for you, you care too much. I just thought Kashiwao was acting a little bit too oddly. I understand your concern, but it has nothing to do with our mission. Don't waste your energy on irrelevant things. Ice cold on an autumn night in the mountains. The wind blew through the still warm body. It had been bitten, torn apart, chewed on. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Kill them! Just a dream. Saw you again in it. Mr. Kashiwao, are you there? Come in. I brought some onigiri and boiled bamboo shoots. I'll just leave them on the table, okay? I also got some bento boxes from the city, so you can just warm them up. Oh, and are you heading out? Yes, I'm going up on the mountain. Are you going to deal with that oversized flying monster those two operators were talking about? I'm just going on a regular hunt. Then, can I just say, I've been preparing for this day, and now that a super powerful monster has appeared, it's time I finally became a proper hunter. Look, I have a bow, leather hiking boots, and a knife. I'm healthy and pretty strong. So, can I come hunting with you? No. What? Can't you at least think it over? I can help you with a lot of things, like carrying your hunting spear, setting up traps, carrying pelts down the mountain. You're too young for that, kid. With no experience, you'll only slow me down. I'm not a kid anymore. Back in the day, children my age would already be out hunting. There's no way you don't know that. I'll be good and stay out of trouble. That's enough from you. Everyone says there are no more hunters in the village. Hunters defeated the beasts in the forest and are the strongest heroes of the village, like you. It's obvious that you've been protecting everyone the whole time, so why do they talk about you like that? They even say you're not a real hunter, just a doddering old man who goes up to the mountain to get his bones chewed on by beasts. They said the forest becomes more dangerous by the day. It's no longer safe for anyone to set foot in. They were lying, right, Mr. Kashiwao? You're a real hunter, right? I'll take care of that monster in return. Believe me. Alright, enough crying. Though it may be too early for you now, I still believe that one day you'll be a real hunter. This is a promise between the two of us, alright? Yeah. Promise. Sit. Huh? Where are all the villagers coming out? Raise your hands. Yes, like that. Don't be afraid, I'm just taking a quick look. Alright, good girl. Next, please. The old hunter lingered for a moment and was about to turn away. Then, the young operator happened to glance sideways, and they met eyes for an instant. Can I ask, how's my health? I've been getting a lot of headaches lately. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Here are some painkillers. No need to take one daily, just whenever you feel severe pain. Thank you. Yato, you should come check out the angiography results. Alright. Please wait a moment. I'll be right away for the rest of the consultation. You see this? How could this be? Alright. Sorry to have kept you waiting, but I have a question to ask. Actually, there have been some slight changes detected in your condition. Have you encountered anything unusual lately, or visited any places you don't normally go? Is it serious? Not for now, but if you continue to be exposed to active originium and develop oropathy, dealing with the consequences won't be easy. It doesn't have to be recently, but please try and recall if you've had any unusual encounters, especially with originium. Active originium? But how? They said I was properly protected when I went in. Went in? Where? Narumatsu. Don't say things that will make the doctor misunderstand. I'm just a blacksmith. How could I possibly have been exposed to originium? There must be some sort of mistake. Indeed. Our village is fairly disciplined, so there shouldn't be any cause for concern there, Doctor. I understand. Please be careful to stay away from areas that might be contaminated with active originium, and not to touch any suspicious objects in the future. So it definitely seems like there's something going on under the scenes here. That was the last one. Find out anything new? They've all been saying the same things. Either they never leave the village or nothing at all. Using the possibility of contracting oropathy as a scare tactic hasn't been effective. The moment you ask about anything other than their condition or ask where they've been, they immediately put up their guard. Although only a few individuals were diagnosed with acute oropathy and were instructed on how to properly deal with it, we cannot underestimate the extent to which oropathy has affected the village as a whole. The results you showed me earlier, were the rest of them similar? Yep. If they haven't been in contact with originium recently, then where did the outbreak come from? According to the angiogram results, the villagers have been exposed to active originium for at least a few years. Only in trace amounts, though, resulting in vague symptoms and a few that have actually contracted oropathy. It's due to limited exposure to an extremely low concentration of originium particles, I think. Was that the same level we detected in the Rathalos' scratch marks? No, that was high enough to induce oropathy outright, and is probably related to the few villagers who did contract the disease. They also mentioned that they went into the forest. Yato breathes deeply. Let's see. If this area has been under continuous exposure to originium, and then one day it suddenly spiked, could it be that both sources of originium come from the same place? Very likely. Hello there. You're from earlier. Excuse me, I should have introduced myself. I am called Hiroshi Rito, and my family has lived here for many generations. Hello. Do you need something from us? I hope the two of you can forgive me for interrupting your inquiry earlier. I was simply worried that he had misspoken in public, which could have consequences. Ooh. Yeah, that definitely sounds foreboding. Consequences? What do you mean? Because of a certain matter in this village. Many people have dirty laundry that they'd rather not air. You two, are you the visiting doctors? We can only examine for oropathy. What's got you in such a hurry? Could it be? Please, you have to save the Ishidori's boy. I'm his neighbor, and he's really sick. He keeps on vomiting blood. Vomiting blood? That sounds serious. We better get going. I'll come with you. Pass the drainage tube. Pliers, quickly. Gauze. We succeeded. Luckily, we've dealt with a similar situation before. Yeah, I remember. Back then, you were doing it to yourself. I take your idle chatter means you need more to do. Go get a suppressant shot. Doctor, will he be okay? He's out of danger. There was bleeding in his lungs, and being in the wrong posture caused a blood clot to clog up his airways. Make sure he sits up properly and gets ample rest. Thank goodness. It's too early to breathe easy. Things aren't looking well for him. His infection has been the most severe we've seen so far here, though fortunately he got a suppressant shot just in time. But that will only slow the symptoms, and will have to be followed up with more shots. He may even need to be brought back to Rhodes Island. But, to be in this condition, what exactly did he come into contact with? I don't know. There shouldn't have been anything. That doesn't make sense. What about his family? I don't know either. What exactly are you all hiding? Papa would never lie. Monster. Giant monster. Monster. You can't say that. Miss, please don't get any closer. Corn, keep her in check. My throat. Water. Here you go. Careful. Drink it slowly. Sit. I'm here to help. Don't be so afraid. Where's your family? Papa. He got taken away by the village headman soon after he came back from the cave. What cave? Child, you mustn't speak of that to outsiders. This only concerns... Shut up. Can it be any more important than a child's life? Papa. He would go into the cave every morning and come back late at night. But yesterday, there was a loud noise from the cave. The village headman said he needed people to take a look, so Papa went in and got a fever when he came back and had rocks growing on him. Oropathy worsens rapidly. Sounds like he might have come into direct contact with an active originium and gotten some on his body, causing the boy's condition to deteriorate too. Papa said there are big monsters in the cave, and it's not safe. The village headman said he was lying, so nobody believed him, and then he got taken away. He would never lie. Never. There, he wasn't lying. We saw a monster with our own eyes. Really? Yes, but don't worry. We're very strong, and we won't let the monster harm the village. Can you defeat it, lady? And protect the village? Papa didn't lie. Mm-hmm. As I give you my word. As captain of Rhodes Island Op Team A4, I, Operator Yato, accept your commission. And I never break my promises. Thank you. Now, that's enough talking. You need to get some more rest, okay? Step aside, Corn. You should have seen that conditions earlier, right? Many of the villages have been infected, and if the source of the originium dust isn't taken care of, you will all contract orpathy, and things will only get worse from there. The next person to end up like this will be you. Am I clear? So tell me what exactly it is you're all hiding. Sorry, I can't. Let her go. She had no choice. Perhaps it's better than I explained. Please leave. I'll talk to them. Thank you. Finally talking. The cave the boy mentioned. It's in the mountains behind the village. Many villagers work down there under the village headman. What's inside? I don't work there, so I don't know. And even if I did know, I wouldn't be able to talk about it, just like she couldn't. So the village headman is the one making sure everyone keeps their mouths shut? Well, I didn't say that. Please take care of the child. In the meantime, I'll go clarify matters with the headman. Wait, are you sure about that? If the situation isn't resolved, the village will only be in more danger. Do you really think he'll tell you the truth? You'll only get ambiguous answers and end up further from a solution. He's right, Yato. I know where it is. This is the place mentioned, and I already scouted out the area. There aren't many houses on this side of the village, and the terrain is pretty whack. So that doesn't seem suspicious at first glance. Yes, over there are two villagers chatting like they're just taking a break out behind the mountain. But it's obvious that they keep glancing at that one house over there. I'll take them down, and you go take a look inside. Wait, what if we mess this up? Knock out two innocent villagers, and they'll definitely kick us out of the village. Smithy here has an idea for you. Whoa, where did you guys come from? We've decided to come help Mewtwo with the Rathalos, so you should be on your hind paws thanking us for the assistance. So you think you can lure them away? I don't think anything. Smithy's the one with the idea. Yato, let's leave it to them, and the both of us can sneak in from the back. Smithy, is this idea of yours really going to work? And where did all these ingredients come from? Chop, stir, no stopping, meow. How appalling. I, a former royal paleontological scrivener, destined to be the most amazing researcher of the New World. I'm not some ordinary canteen chef. Turn it over, it's done. Well done. Is it time for dinner yet? What are you talking about? The sun hasn't even set yet. I didn't have breakfast or lunch today, not even a snack. Ever since those two outsiders arrived, the headman stationed me here to keep an eye out, so I haven't had the chance to get a bite. I'm so hungry. You keep a lid on it? You're not the only one who's hungry here. Hey, do you think those two will really come looking? Haven't they been busy treating the villagers? Just follow the headman's orders and stay put. You want what happened with that girl to happen again? She turned the village upside down back then. Fine, I'll hold it in. Wait, what's that smell? Smell? Ah! Perfectly roasted meat, melted grease bubbling over the vegetables, and the sweet scent of roasted fruit. I've never smelled anything like it before. Just stop talking, I can smell it too, you know. Come on, let's take a look. Maybe someone's brought us food. You go, I'll wait here. Are you sure? Didn't you say you were hungry too? Just a quick look. Wow. A nutritious and energizing meal, paw-made by felines. Perfect for dinner. A table for two, perhaps? You're... Ah, there... Smithy, we have customary hours. Okay, I'm standing still right here. Be gentler when you step on my... Ouch! Is this the cave the kid was talking about? Doesn't seem natural. There are signs of excavation work all along the walls. They even laid tracks on the ground. These prints look pretty fresh too, so they must have used it recently. The entrance of the cave was sealed when we came in, and it didn't look like they were closed it for us, but to keep something in. Given what the Ishidori kid, there was probably an accident here recently. You think the tracks might lead us closer to the Rathalos? We'll know once we go deeper in. What's that up ahead? Wait, don't move. I'll go take a look-see. Slow down, you... Be careful. No problemo. It doesn't seem to be alive. Burnt clothing. Looks like it was taken off before it caught fire. There's more over there. Helmet and portable flashlight. Maybe that kid's dad left it here. There's a ventilation shaft just up ahead. He probably left his things here and tried to escape through the shaft, but failed. So he was running away and probably really nervous. This hole is big enough to house a Rathalos, so most likely... Horn, go test the burnt clothes. Now I've got the results. There's traces of active originium, and in a similar concentration to the sample we got from the scratch marks in the forest, but slightly higher. Do you smell anything strange, Yato? Blood from up ahead. I'll go take a look-see. This is a piece of meat? Huge chunks of meat beasts, then fresh too. Probably left here shortly before we came in. Seems like they dragged it down here, but why? Maybe to attract some kind of carnivore? Attract the Rathalos. Stupid longhorned hunter, what are you shouting for? Because you guys just jumped out without any warning. That particular smell again. We perfectly distracted those guards, and there was so much left over. We knocked them out cold. So it ended up like the original plan anyway. Wait, left over what? Don't you mind it. Just keep going. We'll be here for a bit. There's a lot of investigating to do. They're going to catch up with you. Huh, but what's going to catch up? People? Why would there be people down here? Is it not perfectly normal for people to try and catch Mew if you sneak into their place? Ah, hello, Sheps. Even if Smithy didn't pilfer their kitchens, Mew would have been discovered eventually. What on terror is going on here? Everyone shut up. Listen. Yeah, how are you doing today, Sheps? Yeah, I hope you're looking forward to the event tomorrow. I certainly am. Yeah. The sounders are approaching. They're going to catch up with us. Good, chilling on my birthday. Gotcha. So yeah, so is today the actual day of your birthday? Yeah, I suppose yeah. If so, happy birthday. Yes, anyway. No, that sound is actual day is today, yes. Okay. Yes, then once again, happy birthday. Yeah. Coming from within the cave. Infected creatures. Hold on a second.
Holding the line is a defender's most important job.
Hold on a second. I just realized that there's something up with the chat. Oh yeah, the chat's here twice for some reason. That's strange. What's up with that? I've never seen that happen before. Okay, anyway, it's fixed. Problem solved. Anyway, Arknights. Alright. We'll place down Courier first.
Forwards! They'll pay for what they've done.
Alright, looks like it will be a little bit. Oh, there we go. Blazing Originium Slug, a wild infected creature that sprays superheated fluids at foes. Attacks that deal arch damage and inflict burn damage. Okay, so yes, so these creatures also inflict status effects. Yeah, I suppose I didn't really bring it up when we were dealing with the Rathalos earlier, but certain enemies in this game, usually in events, I haven't seen any in the main story yet, even in the parts of the main story that I have played on my own, but certain enemies are able to inflict status effects. And yeah, it looks like these ones inflict burn. Yeah, covers its crown in protective boulders. Weak spot located on its rear. Damage dealt to the front significantly decreased. I wonder if that applies to all damage, or if that's specifically a what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, if it's purely physical damage or something like that. Let's see, we can't quite reach that space with any, let's see, I think... No. I was going to say, we have some medics who are able to heal status damage. Most of them can't. Game audio is completely drowning me out? Okay. I will fix that. How's it now? Yeah, it certainly looks like a creature that's resistant to physical damage. Much better? Okay, okay. Thank you for the... Yes, thank you very much for the feedback. Yes.
Your orders?
Doberman isn't going to do a whole lot more good here. We'll keep Courier around for a second until he's able to provide some more DP. We probably won't need much more for long. Okay, maybe we'll need Courier a little bit sooner than I expected. Or at least a little bit longer than I expected. Yeah, given that Dusk Summon doesn't block a whole lot, we shouldn't need to worry about it too much blocking the Rocky Fellows, whose names I've forgotten. Yeah, I'll need to keep that in mind, that the game audio is too loud for when we get to the actual... Or, yeah, when I go to edit the VOD, I'll need to fix that.
Will the hate sunk beneath the battlefield disperse? I'll show them what
So yeah,
to do.
any big plans for the day, Sheps? Or are you just relaxing? Yeah, looks like we're doing pretty good so far. Nothing we really need to, nothing major we need to do. Yeah, dinner and then stream probably. Alright. Yeah, I thought I'd seen that you were streaming something on your schedule, but I didn't remember it that, in that much detail. Yeah, we've got Norcorn here. He should be able to block plenty. Let's see. Yeah, Chen doesn't have a whole lot of range on her. So we'll need to wait till that one... There we go.
Pay for that.
Okay, so the creature did turn around, unfortunately. And Chen is outside the range of our medic, too, it seems like. This is bad. Okay. Chen's stun has saved us once again. Very nice. Alright, Chen's stun didn't save us for very long, unfortunately. And now we have a medic who can heal no one. I don't need to put Doberman that close. She can deal damage from a distance.
Speeding up! Hang in there!
So yeah, thank you for dropping by once again, Sheps. Yeah, good to have you here. Probably I'm going to, because yeah, it's about, we're at about 2 hours now, so we're probably going to close up the stream after this mission. Okay, there we go.
Mission accomplished.
Which has happened just now. Incoming. 3 o'clock. Yeah. Watch out. Above you. That was close. There's too many of them. Why are there infected creatures down here? All these years and you still haven't broken that habit of asking pointless questions. None of these pests should have been allowed to go any further. I can't imagine what would happen to the village if they broke free. There's more coming. On your right. Gah, my blade. Curses is becoming even more dull from the sheer numbers we're dealing with. You have to stop them from coming. I'm not wrong. There's still some pretty powerful Originium bombs in my bag from our last mission. They can be remotely detonated. That's it. Just gotta think of a way to trigger one without blowing us up, too. That ventilation shaft. It opens up into the inner walls of the cave, so we can use a bomb to blow open the covering and give us an escape route. After we're out, we can then quickly detonate the bombs below and cause a cave-in to trap them in. It's definitely feasible. The explosion will also weaken the cave's structure, so we have limited time to escape. We'll have to be fast. I'll go plant the explosives, but I'll need someone to block the infected creatures. Can you go handle that? Why even ask? I'll hold them off. Go set them up. Be careful. Hey, I'm right here. Don't even think about looking anywhere else. Norcorn drawing aggro while Yato goes and deals with the mechanics. Quickly now. Alright, setup complete. Top bomb ready for detonation. It opened up. Damage within expectations. You head up first. I'll keep them at bay here. No, too dangerous. You'd probably end up getting buried alive. Just listen to me for once. One of them might slip past. Fine. You follow my instructions. I'm up. Horn. Evacuate immediately. I'm coming. Help. Ah! What's the matter? The ladder broke. What? How? Shikasho. Calm down, Yato. I'm fine. Stay calm. Let me think. Right. I have an idea. Position your shield between yourself and the bomb. Then detonate it and use the force of the shockwave to launch yourself up. Excellent. Excellent. Sticky jumping. Here we go. I'll definitely catch you. Got it? Get ready. Jump! Very nice. All right. I've got you. Get up here. My body. I'm fine. That was perfect. Warren, you should think about going on a diet. Guess I'll ask Hibiscus for ideas when we get back. So are we in the forest? Smithy, over here. Those two long-horned people have managed to escape. You escaped! How do you guys always just pop up from out of nowhere? Those chunks of meat were deliberately placed to lure something out from the cave, and we were almost certainly the targets. But we managed to escape, so their plan should have failed. Could it have been the villager who gave us the cave's location? It doesn't matter who did it, we managed to at least block the cave entrance for now, so it's going to be difficult for the headman to make any further moves against us, and I doubt he intends to destroy his own village. If the source of Orpathy and the Wrathclose are both connected to the cave, then the most direct solution would be to find out where the cave goes. Based on its trajectory, it probably ends somewhere within this mountain range, but the exact location will be hard to determine. What if we look for the Wrathclose instead? The cave's condition implies that it's been in there before, at the very least, and it might have even been the endpoint you're talking about. Yes, that's very likely. Considering that returning to the village will only put us in a sticky situation, there's only one path left for us. We head deeper into the forest to find the Wrathclose. Wait just a moment. You just went through a thrilling crisis and are about to embark on an exciting journey chasing a Wrathclose. A feline's life truly never pauses. So, first, we have to fill up our stomachs. Come enjoy the uniqueness of feline cuisine. Ain't these just leftovers? You know nothing. The taste has changed not one bit. Fine, I'm craving some meat, so give me a piece. Me too. Ecological research team, onward. New materials, forward. Wrathclose, we'll have to wait. Rito, give me one good reason why you led them to the cave. It's simple. Didn't they tell you they were going to deal with that monster? I simply created the perfect conditions for them. Do you understand what would happen if outsiders found out about our secret? Of course, even your niece, who only comes back once in a blue moon, made such a ruckus when she found out. If a company familiar with Originium like Rhodes Island found out, the consequences would be unthinkable. So, are you ready to handle said consequences? They will die down there. Think about it carefully, Headman. We're both former hunters. I've laid out the bait, and as we both know, beasts are most tempted by the scent of blood. They'll encounter that monster long before they discover our secret, and bam! The battle begins. If they're weak, the monster will take care of them for us, and we won't have to worry about any consequences. And if by some chance they can take care of the monster, then wouldn't that also be a win for us? Threat successfully eliminated. I had some people wait for them to enter and follow after a short while. Surely they'll be weak and injured after fighting the monster, so if we want to dispose of them, that would be our best opportunity. No matter how it ends, we benefit. You have clearly put a lot of thought into this. And of course, whichever way it goes, it'll be better than you sealing the cave off and stubbornly concealing everything. Oh, don't look so serious. I knew you might be concerned about it, so I just helped you out in a little, that's all. After all, Akira is no longer with us, so I'm your right-hand man. Headman, it's a disaster. Someone blew up the cave at the back of the village. The entrance has been blocked off by rubble. I understand. Bring some men with you to clean up the debris and reopen the cave. You can go now. Rito? Was this also part of your brilliant plan? Oh, this was indeed outside of my calculations. But since the cave was blown up, I can't imagine that they survived the aftermath, so they probably died along with the monster. No matter. Well, you didn't expect this, so maybe your next idea isn't necessarily your best one either. What you've done today, I will weigh the pros and cons for the village and then decide whether to hold you accountable for your actions later. However, for now, I'll send a search party to make sure they stay silent. Works out nicely then, doesn't it? Well, I'll be heading back. There's still quite a few bills I need to go through. See yourself out. Sit. Akira, you are right. The leaves are falling. Autumn is already here. Let's go, Akira.
Where did you find the courage to challenge me?
Aha! Alright, we have more traps now. Or we have... Actually, yeah. I think that would be our first hunting tool. High voltage shock trap. Requires some time to set up after deployment and stuns nearby enemies when triggered. About what you'd expect. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Oop. Let's actually select that. And I think that's going to be it for Arknights for today. So, let's wrap things up, shall we? But yes, so, let's see, what is there to say? But yeah, so, once again, tomorrow, I am expecting some more Arknights. Yeah, like I said, I'll be around for at least part of Shep's birthday event tomorrow, or at least I'm planning on it. So I'll need to review the schedule and see when would be a opportune time for me to do some Arknights. But whenever that is when it will be, basically. In short. But yes, let's see, what else is there to say? So yeah, Arknights, stream. Yeah, schedule yet to be determined. And I also can't say it too much about when I'm going to be on Shep's channel, necessarily yet. But speaking of which, Sheps, if you're still here, yeah. Actually, what was I going to say? I don't know. What was I going to say? Oh, I forgot it immediately. Oh dear. Oh well. Oh, right. Thanks for streaming. Thank you very much for dropping by. Anyway, I remember what I was going to say. Yeah, as usual, if anyone has any raid suggestions, I would be glad to hear them. Yeah, in the meantime, let's see. So yeah, once again, I already talked about tomorrow a little bit. Beyond that, what else is there? Yeah, I guess, yeah, next week I expect to do a little bit more Arknights than we perhaps have been. Yeah, I'm going to see about doing some more sort of afternoon streams like this. That'll be the most likely extra time. But I'll also try to stream on Saturday, next Saturday. Yeah, I'll work out a schedule and then, you know, figure things out from there. But yes. So, yeah. I'll give you a few more minutes if you have any suggestions. Yeah, I suppose I don't have a whole lot else to say. But yeah, I definitely didn't expect to go quite as long as I did today. Nothing here? Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, it definitely isn't as popular a time to stream this. Yeah, up for anything? Alright. But yes, let's see. But yeah, definitely one thing about today is it is quite hot in my room today. We're at that point of the season where it's not quite hot enough that we need to have the air conditioner running like all the time. So in my room, with the door closed and all that for door and window and all that closed for the stream, so that there's no extra noise, with 2 computers running and everything, it is very hot in here. So I'm definitely going to take some time to cool off after this because I'm very warm. But yes, anyway. Let's see. The only person I see around is Volk Highland, who is playing some, let's see, what is that? Kingdom Hearts, one of them. But yes, I don't know very much about Kingdom Hearts, so I can't recognize which Kingdom Hearts this is by, just by sight. It says it's the 1.5 plus 2.5 remix, which is something. I don't really know what that is, but anyway. Let me actually type that out properly. Volk Island. I'm trying to think. I mean, have I rated Volk Island before? I feel like I have, but it must have been a very, very long time. But yeah. There we are. And yes, I did spell it right. But yes, anyway. So, the customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. So, if I can type it, there we go. Customary raid message. So, thank you all for being here today. I was going to say tonight, but it's not nighttime right now, at least not for me. But yes, thank you all for being here today. I hope you have had a fine day. I hope that you'll continue to have a fine day until the next, every day. Anyway, farewell. See you all next time. Have a happy birthday, Chefs.